A helmet is one of the most visible parts of a racer's personal safety gear, but because there are so many different types of racing classes and racing series, there are a bunch of different types of helmets available for the racer. Hey everyone, Craig from Summit Racing here, and in this video we'll take you through the key factors in buying the right race helmet. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss a video. Let's get started. There's far more to choosing the proper racing helmet than simply finding the right size. In fact, once you start digging into your helmet shopping, you'll probably see some new names and acronyms that refer to various safety standards and ratings. And outside of the certification requirements, there are a few other vital factors that you need to consider before making a purchase. So to help you make sense of it all, we created this quick video to walk you through Helmet Buying 101. For starters, you may be familiar with SFI ratings. SFI is an organization that applies ratings to various pieces of safety equipment, both for the vehicle and its driver. You'll commonly see SFI ratings on everything from race suits to transmission bell housings. Many helmets carry some level of SFI rating as well. FIA certification is similar to SFI with a broader worldwide focus. Based in Paris, France, FIA is typically regarded as the go-to safety certification for several international race series. Now, unlike SFI and FIA ratings, which can apply to a lot of different safety equipment, Snell certification only applies to helmets. The Snell Foundation does its own rigorous testing protocols and certifies helmet models based on the results of those tests. Snell certifications are reassessed and updated at least every 5 years. So if you see a helmet with, say, a Snell SA-2020 certification, that means it was certified in the year 2020, and Snell may not issue a new set of certification standards until 2025. The SA part of SA-2020 stands for Special Application, which is a fancy way of saying racing. Other helmet classes have different prefixes. For instance, a motorcycle helmet is assigned an M, so a 2020 certification is designated as a M2020. Snell standards are recognized by a lot of reputable racing series, national and international, including NASCAR, the NHRA, the American Motorcyclist Association, and the Sports Car Club of America. So there's a good chance the race series you're in will require Snell certifications too. Finally, there are DOT approved or DOT certified helmets. These are helmets that have been tested to meet the standards set by the United States Department of Transportation. While it's nice they offer some sort of certification for highway use, the DOT is not a race sanctioning body, and you shouldn't use DOT certified as your benchmark when shopping for a race helmet. In fact, it's not unusual for helmet manufacturers to skip DOT certification entirely on its race-specific helmets. That's because they'd rather their helmets be tested against the much more stringent standards of, say, Snell or the FIA. But here's the important part. Oftentimes you'll see a helmet with both an SFI rating and Snell certification. Which standard should you go by? If you're confused, don't worry. There's an easy way to choose what helmet certification you need for your racing class. It's as simple as checking your race sanctioning body's rulebook. That's because when it comes to safety equipment, sanctioning bodies aren't vague. They'll tell you exactly what safety standards they expect, and they'll spell it out for you in detail. For instance, let's take a look at the 2021 NHRA rulebook, specifically for the Super Pro, Pro, and Sportsman classes. It clearly states what type of certification or standards your helmet must meet in order to compete. More importantly, it alludes to how different helmet standards may apply depending on how fast the dragster is. 10-second to 13.99-second ETs is this example. And also, you'll see that it's not limited to just a single certification. Using Snell as an example, you're able to compete with a helmet that's compliant with standards from 2010 on up. Here's the thing though, all the fancy certifications and rigorous testing regimens don't mean squat if your helmet doesn't fit right. A while ago we spoke with the helmet experts at Simpson Racing, and they told us that a correctly fitted helmet should feel as if evenly distributed pressure is being continuously exerted around the head and cheeks. They continued by explaining that helmets, like shoes, will break in. For this reason, the helmet should fit as tight as you can stand to wear it. In other words, it should be pretty darn snug. While it's difficult to demonstrate proper fitment in a video, perhaps the best takeaway is that a helmet should feel a bit tight and not flopping around on your shoulders. More directly, you shouldn't be able to move your head inside the helmet. It should turn with your neck. And a snug helmet won't shift or move as you turn quickly to look around. It may sound silly, but once you have the helmet on and the strap cinched up, have a friend try to pull it off your head. Now don't go crazy here, but they shouldn't be able to. That's an easy test for basic helmet fitment. Simpson gave us a handy sizing chart too. We'll put the link in the description. Print it out and it will go a long way into determining the size you'll need. The right certification and perfect fit aren't the only things to consider when buying a helmet either. Make sure you can uncinch the chin strap or neck strap. Being able to take your helmet off can be just as critical as putting it on. For full face models, make sure you can operate the visor controls and check to ensure the helmet doesn't significantly impair your field of vision. On a properly fitted helmet, that shouldn't be an issue, but if the helmet is obstructing your view, that may be a clue that your helmet isn't the right size. A lot of helmets have air vents to evacuate heat and circulate in oxygen. Think about it, you may be strapped in a hot race vehicle for extended periods of time, and a poorly ventilated helmet can induce fatigue or worse. Making sure you can breathe easily with fresh air inlet points is obviously a major deal, and depending on the type of racing you're into, you may need other systems that must be compatible with your helmet. We're talking things like a supplemental restraint systems or Hans device to secure your neck, or a fluid hydration system for endurance racing. If that's the case, you'll want to make sure your helmet works well with those systems. If you're just starting out, perhaps the best place to start asking questions is your local racetrack or with representatives from your race series sanctioning body. They'll have great insight on the safety requirements and standards of the particular type of racing you're getting into. Or you could just give us a call. We've got a team of tech folks ready to help, and a lot of them have logged plenty of time in race cars. We'll be happy to help guide you in the right direction. Thank you for watching. Look for more safety videos coming soon.